Hello there, welcome back to Jennie Designs with Paper. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. I'm working on an art journal page. I'm almost caught up, so get comfy and let's get crafty. This is the August mood board for the Artsy Trio Facebook group. This mood board is number 36. It was created by Marie Linder, and it is all things music related. Just all things music related, and it's even entitled Sing Me a Song. So I have gone ahead and printed off my copy of the mood board to adhere to the back of my page. And I have a piece of pattern paper. Now this is 8.5 by 5.5 inches. And it is a piece of Stamparia's 12 by 12 music paper pad that I've cut down, which means the majority of the work is there. I am going to use this small gel plate and some acrylic ink to add a little bit more texture to the background. But then I remembered that I needed to prep my page first. So I've pulled out my tub of clear gesso, and I'm putting a very thin coat of clear gesso all over this page. I'm not worrying about brush strokes because brush strokes are texture, and since I'm not adding a ton to this page, I'll take the brush strokes. I'm adding the clear gesso to prep this page for other mediums. I will be adding some sprays and some acrylic ink, so I don't want the paper to peel or be warped any more than it needs to be. So after a quick heat set, we're going to go ahead and do some ink blending as well. I decided I wanted the edges to be just a little bit more kind of that old paper look, right? The distress kind of genre. I don't know what the right word is here. Feel, look. We're going to take this potting soil, archival ink, and an ink blending foam and just go around the edge. It kind of cleans up the edges of the paper where I've cut it off and just makes it look finished. So to add a little bit more texture and background to this page, I'm using this little gel plate. I put it on an ink block, or a stamp block rather. Wow, words are hard. And I put a little bit of acrylic ink, a turquoise acrylic ink on that gel plate. And I'm cleaning that off with a brayer like I do when I use my regular gel plate. And then I'm going to add this leaf cutout. This is the one I used in my last gel plate. It's still sitting on my desk. And then I picked up the ink outside of it. And then I added another layer of, I think this was pumice stone. Put a tiny drop on and brayered that out as well. And then I'm going to flip this over with the stamp block and put it onto my page. So I'm printing it, but backwards. I did heat set it a little bit. That's a trick I've learned watching some Instagram reels on gel plates. And then I just kind of put it down here on the corner of my art journal page. I think it worked pretty decently. Up close, you can see the impressions from the die, the leaf impressions from the die on that, in that corner. So I just kind of repeated this. I put some acrylic paint on. I added the die cut. Excuse me. I rolled off the excess. This time, though, when I picked up the die cut, I decided to see if I could get any ink transfer off of that. Not really. Not really. I did decide to try and go traditional this way, put the paper down and brayer it and pick it up. I don't know that it worked as well as a traditional gel plate, but I think that's more the thickness of the paper I'm working on. Like typically when I use my gel plate, I use copy paper, like a 32-pound copy paper. That lighter weight paper is just a little bit more pliable and it lifts the prints really well. So I'm just going to continue to add acrylic ink to my little mini gel plate. I'm going to brayer it on. I'm going to sometimes stamp it off. I'm going to sometimes put that leaf die cut back in it. But mostly I'm just creating a turquoise kind of frame around my page. There was already some existing turquoise in the page. I'm just kind of bringing that to the forefront by adding it to the corner edges of my page. Once I have that done, I decided I wanted a little bit more, so I put my page in a splat box and used the Vintage Photo Distress Spray and sprayed a few drops on the page. I'm going to heat set that because I've got a couple of big splats there and I don't want them to smear or anything. And then when I have that heat set, I'm going to go ahead and just touch up the archival edge again. There's a few places where the acrylic ink kind of overran that. And I suppose I could have done that first, but whatever. I'm going to be adding some washi tape to my page, and the first thing I'm doing, I'm opening this brand new to me group, so this is from the washi tape shop, and this is lace printed washi tape. It's on a plastic washi, not a traditional kind of cloth paper washi. I'm also going to be using this sticker for my focal image, and I have a few other washi tapes I'm going to be adding to kind of accentuate this color palette in my page. So the first piece of washi tape I'm pulling out is this 3.5 inch or 4 inch roll of washi tape that is all music themed. It's got music quotes, music lyrics, music notes. I'm just going to tear a little strip of that off. I'm going to peel the backing off of it and add it to the bottom right side of my page here. I'm creating a landing zone for that sticker that I'm using for my focal point so that it's not just hovering in the air. I've also found in my washi drawer stash this turquoise glitter washi tape, but I am under no illusions that that glitter tape is going to stick to that page very long. So I am adding a little thin line of liquid glue just to kind of glue that tape down. Like washi tape already doesn't have a very permanent stick, so we're going to glue that down. And then I had in my stash another narrow roll of a music print. It is a print of a music staff. It has the 5 lines of the staff and some, or 5 lines of the staff, there we go, and some music notes and even some lyrics that I think are in French or Latin, I don't know, a language I don't understand, I can't read it. Then I wanted to use this white lace, and not because it had anything to do with my page, I just wanted to use this white lace washi tape. This is the first time I'm using it. You saw me unbox or unwrap it there, and I just wanted to add this to my page. So what I end up doing is creating a 3-sided box for my focal image to be in. Because once I added that lace washi tape, I decided I needed to add another piece of each of the other 3 washi tapes kind of up here at the top. They are not going as far left as the first group of washi tapes did. But so it's just kind of creating this resting place, or this visual resting place for my focal image. And again, I glued down that glitter tape because, like I said, I don't trust it to stay. And once I had all 3 of those washi tapes in there, I could go ahead and figure out where in this 3-sided box I wanted my focal image to land. I'm not sure why in my brain I thought I had to glue that tape down on the top and not the bottom, but whatever. So I decided to put the sticker kind of right here standing on this first grouping of washi tape. It did take a minute to get it into place because it stuck to my hand better than it stuck to the page. But once I got it down, I decided then I was ready to move on to my quote. So this honeybee stamp set is called Music Speaks, and it has a 3-stamp quote in it that says, "Where words fail, music speaks," and it's attributed to Hans Christian Andersen. So I've taken the leftover part of that page I cut down for my art journal page, and I tried to stamp it in that archival ink, and archival ink is not great for stamping, not when you want to read it. And maybe it's just that I need to re-ink this pad. I don't know. So I ended up grabbing an ink cube out of my drawer. I think it's a Concord & 9. Probably because that's the tray that's on top, because that's what I used last when I was using them. But I stamped the big chunky words of that phrase first, and then I added the script words on top and the attribution. Words are hard. Attribution? Attribution? The word that means it's attributed to, that thing, that word I can't say, it goes on the bottom and it's a little fine print text. But anyways, that was a lot of things that, oh my goodness, you guys, sorry. It's just a day. I'm going to trim that quote down with my Fiskars trimmer because I can get a nice clean, right up against the edge trim. I did decide I needed to add some ink to the edges of this little quote block. So I'm adding some more archival ink to that. And then I will go ahead and glue it down to the top left of the heads of the people in my sticker. And I will just use some liquid glue for that. I grabbed my Tombow glue because it was there. And I'm going to add that just to the left of that washi tape grouping that's on the top. Once I got that down, I decided it needed a little bit more. So I added a couple of lines of glue here to the left and the top of that quote blocks. And I added some of that glitter washi tape. Not because, just because I thought it needed it. I don't know. Sometimes I get going on this and I don't know where to stop. I do think it needed that. Like the quote box needed a start and a stop point, and that kind of gave it, and it kind of created that fourth corner of our little box there. But this was a really simple page. I used pattern paper as my background because it already had a really great texture on it. Right here, I'm adding Scotch tape over the washi tape that I folded over just to keep it from coming undone. I'm going to go ahead and glue my copy of the art journal, or the mood board rather, to the back of my art journal page. I am going to sign it on the bottom. And this is August's mood board, and I did make it in August. And so for Artsy Trio, I'm all caught up, y'all. I finally got all caught up. I am going to put some holes in my page so I can stick it in my binder. And then my art journal page is complete. So here we're going to zoom in just a little bit, and hopefully you will be able to see some of the detail in that gel printing and in the background. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I have a couple other videos here I think you would like. I also have that subscribe button. If you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you did. Leave me a comment down below. Tell me how many rolls of washi tape you think you have in your stash. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and have a really great day.